Welcome to the Mizzle and Dub Show, where they know sports. If you want to know about sports, this is where you go. Welcome to the Mizzle and Dub Show, where they know sports. If you want to know about sports, this is where you go.
First down, touchdown, first down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, touchdown, yeah. First down, touchdown, yeah.
Now we promise, we will not go 3 hours tonight.
Hell no.
Or early this morning. So
I can't do 3 hours.
So we are going to try our very hardest to try to make this a rapid fire edition. Because we were not expecting to be on for almost 3+ hours last night, or earlier this morning, or earlier yesterday morning, since it is technically Saturday morning, the 22nd. Yes, and you get to come on and talk about that and what you saw in Game 6 since you were on the edge of your seat there. Which, by the way, proceeds and part of the show is brought to you by Creative Brothers Productions. So, video editing, photography, whatever you need in your world of using cameras and whatnot, please get in contact with Creative Brothers Productions, also in graphic design and photos. So if you want to step your photo game up and if you are an aspiring videographer or photographer, Creative Brothers Productions is where you want to go. Which, again, shout out to the cuz, EJ Wizzle. But yes, he didn't. But yes, he did indeed stole the thunder. As yes, there will be a winner-take-all Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals, and it's on its own stage Monday night on ABC. To which, folks, now this is not the first time it's happened in hockey series, because it happens more often than not in hockey as opposed to basketball and baseball.
Don't you do it.
I'm not going to mention them because they're
already been cut earlier.
They weren't the only ones that have done it. However, the Florida Panthers seemingly look like they had the series well in hand. They were up 3-0. And well, the Edmonton Oilers have said, "Hold my Molson Ice," Canadian beer for those that don't know.
Don't ever do that again when I'm about to inhale. Don't ever do that. Oh my God. Molson?
Yeah, I went there. I went there. Yes, I did.
Yes. You almost got me to do the Hogan point. Not yet. I'm pretty sure you'll get that. I'm pretty sure you'll get that out of me before the show is over. What is going on with my hair right now? Yikes.
Is it time to get some new stuff going?
No. It's just sticking all out from the headphones. Well, but yeah, maybe about a couple of weeks I'll make an appointment for a new style. It's time. It's not time, but
it's getting there. Oh yes, well, we're getting that much closer to our 4-year anniversary show. But yes, Game 6, final home game of the season in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. But the Oilers,
I bet you
the Oilers came out. They took the lead, never looked back.
Whew, I bet those Edmonton fans were pissed. They probably came in there ready to pop champagne. They were like, "We're doing it tonight. We're not going back to Edmonton." I mean, we're not doing it.
No, they're going back to Florida, all right.
I mean, going back to Florida. Excuse me, back to Florida.
But yes, 5-1 was the final score in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Bro, it was 3-0 in the first at the end of the first intermission.
Well, after the second intermission, it was 3-0. And like I said, the Oilers never looked back. Fogle, Hendrick, Heim, McLeod, Nurse all scored goals for the Oilers. Barkov had the only goal for the Panthers. And, I mean, it's just one of those. I mean, they both took the same amount of shots. I mean, Florida was the more physical team. They had 43 hits, but Edmonton controlled the face-off. But at the end of the day, It's all about putting the biscuit in the basket, as Keith Olbermann used to say. And at the end of the day, Edmonton had 4 more goals than the Florida Panthers. So now, I think it's safe to say unequivocally, without question, all the pressure's on the Florida Panthers. Because if you...
Being at home, too.
Yeah, if you blow it, considering the fact that you were there in the finals last year before losing to the eventual champions, the Golden Knights, and you get there and you lose in this fashion, that is definitely going to turn some heads in Florida. Because, I mean, you were in a sense this season, you had the third most points scored in the Eastern Conference. You were the 3rd seed. You beat everybody's favorite, the Darlings, the Rangers, to get to the finals, because everyone just thought the Rangers were going to get there.
Well, as you will say that, that you are Oilers fan.
But to his point, you can't do that when you're up 3 games to none, because, as we always say on the show, you don't take your foot off the gas pedal. If you have a team down and you are imposing their will and they look like they're ready to give it up, you don't, by any circumstances, you do not try to give that team life.
Oh, well, they already did that. The life has already been they already got hit with CPR. They already got hit with you didn't woken up the Oilers right now. They feel they can win it now.
The Oilers have taken the IV out. They've taken the tubes off. They are breathing on their own.
Yeah, they gave them a jolt, and that's all through the Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, you had them down, but now they win 1 game. You're like, all right, cool. We still got a chance, but then they get 2. Now you're like, oh boy, and if I'm the coach, you're getting one of those speeches like, what the fuck? What the fuck, gentlemen?
A clipboard is getting broken somewhere.
Like, we were just up 3 games to nothing.
Somebody's pulling a Steve Kerr and bringing a clipboard. That's all I know.
Where the fuck did we forget how to start playing hockey around here, gentlemen? 3 games. 3 games to none. Even when they were up on us, we came back and tapped that ass. And now we're looking like this? Boy, talk about a major shift in this Stanley Cup Finals, because all the momentum and all the glory and everything was on the Panther side. You literally look, I stopped paying attention when it was up 3-0. I'm like, well, this is pretty much over. And then the Oilers took that 1 game. I'm like, man, you get 1.
Well,
then how they won game 2? I mean, game 5?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh. And so when they came into this game, or last night's game, I paid attention, because I remember I hit you with the text like, bro, they're already up 2-0. And then you hit the, oh my. And then here I am, oh shit, it's 3-0. I'm like, and you hit me back. Well, it's going back to Florida.
Yeah. I mean, once they went up 3, and then you have that insane rabid crowd in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, which, again, it has been 34 years.
Ain't that where the Hitman is from?
No, he's from Calgary.
Okay.
Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah. I knew it was Alberta in there somewhere.
No, he's from Alberta. Alberta's the Providence, but Edmonton. They do a little bit things different. Our friends up north with the Maple Leaf, but they do have a very beautiful national anthem. They really do.
I do like it.
It's a badass anthem. But however, with that rabid crowd, Once
live right now.
What? Ooh, yeah, he is. But once they,
I'll put that up on my phone.
Once they got the lead, once they went up 2, now the crowd is fully engaged, and they're going to try to will their team to force a Game 7. But like I said, it's been 34 years. 1990 was the last time the Edmonton Oilers won the Stanley Cup, and that was their first one after they traded Gretzky, which was Mark Messier's 5th and his first one without Gretzky, as Messier went on to win 2 more Stanley Cups without Gretzky. Of course, he won with the Oilers in 1990, and of course with the Rangers 30 years ago.
So are we seeing a revolt? Is it coming back around?
Well, I mean, like I said, as I said earlier when we talked about before, while we were previewing it, I said, well, it's been 31 years since the Canadian team has won it with the Canadiens in 93, which oddly enough was the last Stanley Cup Finals that Wayne Gretzky appeared in with the Kings in 93. Then, of course, the Oilers haven't won since 1990. So you have that. So, I mean, like I said, you have the Canadiens in a drought, Maple Leafs in a drought. Well, the Maple Leafs in a really, really, really long drought. But, of course, you had the Canucks that made an appearance about 13 years ago but lost in Game 7. And the lasting image I see is there's this couple on the grass kissing each other, and you see, like, flames in the sky in Vancouver. It looked – I promise you, it looked like a movie. It looked like a scene from a movie, and Vancouver is a beautiful city. If you have not been to Vancouver,
Goals.
It is it's a good spot for a vacation for sure. Go.
I got people I can go stay with in Canada too. I wouldn't stay with them. I get my own spot, but I'm just saying I can go hang out with a few people up in Canada if I wanted to.
Oh, Canada. Well, like I said, I want to get to a CFL game.
I want to go there when it's no snow on the ground.
Yes, no snow, yeah. Because
F that. Mizzle can't even handle California's winter. Imagine me in Canada. Shit. You talk about cool runnings. What you smoking? No, I'm freezing.
I'm freezing, man.
Shit.
But nevertheless, Monday, prime time on ABC, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
They got the whole world to themselves that day.
There's no two magical words in sports than Game 7, and you get it for Lord's Stanley's Cup in Florida.
I might have to have that in my ear. I might have to put on Sirius XM and listen to that one, because that's.
It's
going to be a lot of checking going on in that game.
No. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout
out to Big Oos.
The comedy hour has started. It
will not be a comedy hour. It'll be a half an hour. 45 minutes. This black guy is flipping fucking tired. Okay?
Oh,
whole 16.
You're not the only one.
And sitting here doing the show because we just love you guys.
Yes. And plus, there's a Game 7 that's coming up.
We got to talk about it.
Oos. So Oos, I know you're not a Panthers fan. You're a Lightning fan. But I just want to ask you, Oos, is the choke job going to be complete on Monday night? Will the Panthers complete the choke job? Please let us know in the comments.
Oh, Oos going to let us know for sure.
Oh, yes. So here is the money line according to ESPN Bet for Game 7 on Monday. So now,
did it shift to the Oilers?
Well, right now it's opening. The total is 5.5. All right. So Edmonton is right now the money line for Edmonton is minus 105. It's minus 115 for the Panthers. Oh, okay. Well, Who says they're going to win it in the home soil? Well, maybe if they get Ariana Grande to sing the national anthem, because she is a Panthers fan. She was seen at Game 2.
Whoop-de-doo. She wasn't as famous. Wait, she ain't as famous as that one Oiler fan that lifted up her shirt. Tell you that.
I'm not gonna. Hey.
I mean, I know she's famous and all, but that chick just did one thing. Voila.
Basically saying, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Oh, baby. Ooze had you going. Uh-huh. That's why I didn't say nothing. Uh-huh. You stay loyal to your soil. That's almost like asking me, I'm ever going to pick an AFC West team besides the Raiders to win the Super Bowl. Fuck out of here with that shit. Don't ever ask me that shit. I was so goddamn torn. That's why I couldn't watch the last Super Bowl. Who you going for, Mizzle? Nobody.
He's just here for the Usher concert at halftime.
Then that was about the best thing that happened in that Super Bowl. Well, nope, can't even comment on that. Can't even say that because if I say that, that means, oh, so you were nope.
It was a concert with the best thing that went down. It was a no-win situation for my broadcast colleague. It was not.
No. And then, you got people in the chat line and on the shows. Well, you got to pick a team. No, I don't. Who was it that almost got me? It was Debo, wasn't it?
It might have been.
Debo? Yeah, motherfucker.
Well, that's like that. There it is. There it is.
I see. There goes those colors. See, you know what I'm saying?
There it is. There it is.
You will never hear me say go Chargers. Go Chiefs.
Go Chargers. Go.
Go Donkeys. Go Elways. You will never, ever, ever. The hardest working man in the industry chiming in from Thailand, ladies and gentlemen.
Which, by the way, folks, today or Sunday
since he just popped in the chat, it's right on time to do it.
Sunday, which is Saturday here, the Stadium Champ Muay Thai Championship. It's Thailand versus USA. It will be starting at 6 p.m. I want to say Thailand time, which is Sunday evening. 7 matches. So please tune in to Flash Media Sports to watch that, to stream that live. Again, what's going on, SG?
Appreciate it.
Thank you again for coming on last night, as gave us some good stuff, dropped some good knowledge. But again, for those that are Muay Thai fans, again, don't forget, please tune in on Flash Media Sports, where you can stream this great event that's going on in Bangkok, Thailand right now. And early good morning to you, sir. Also, real quickly, before we continue on, want to give a Bay Area legend her flowers, as Julie Hayner signed off for the last time as news anchor of the KTVU. 10 o'clock news on KTVU. Of course, good to see the bless you, sir. Good to see. Now you want to talk about a goat of news. It gets no goater, if that is a word, than seeing, as I said earlier, when I think of KTVU Channel 2, Dennis Richmond is the face.
And what was his name? The traffic guy, Cassell? Casanova, Nollis, something like that.
Somewhere,
but anyway,
somewhere there.
Something like that. Yeah. If you Bay Area, you knew that dude with the glasses got on. You knew he's about to talk about traffic.
Yeah.
You knew Dennis Richmond. He had the hair.
Yeah.
Oh man. See, yeah, I'm a real Bay man. I'm from the Bay, man.
Yeah. But for a long time, him and Elaine Corral was the standard for the 10 o'clock news.
Yes.
Then it became Dennis Richmond and the still hard to say the late great Leslie Griffith, who passed away recently.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I must have been under a rock when that happened.
Yeah, she passed away from some kind of a spider bite.
SG, we just got off the topic of that, man. But we'll chime back in on it one more time. Just stick with us. We'll do our rounds. We'll back into it.
But of course, us.
Hey, Usno. As soon as you see his glasses, yep.
Nah, but then of course, for a long time, Marky Banez was the staple on sports. Towards the end of the 10 o'clock news, and of course, for a long time, of course, Dennis Richmond retired, and then Julie Hayner took over. And yesterday,
she became the anchor.
Yeah, she became the anchor. So she is retiring after 27 years in the anchor desk for KTVU Channel 2, and just wanted to give her flowers. And I mean, a lot of the great ones that Mizzle and I grew up with. I mean, we're talking about the late Pete Wilson, Pam Moore, Evan White on KRON Channel 4. Of course, the legendary Dave McElhatton on KPX Channel 5, along with Kate Kelly, Barbara Rogers, the late Doug Murphy, of course, Joe Fonzie, who's on KTVU now, but Joe Fonzie got his start on KPIX along with Rick Kwan. Of course, Dennis O'Donnell was on
Rick Kwan. Man,
Dennis O'Donnell was originally on KRON, but now he's on KPIX. Of course, Mr. Involvement, Vernon Glenn, who was a longtime staple on KRON, who's now on KPIX.
Vernon Glenn ain't nothing about 4'9".
Right.
Him and Kevin Hart can see eye to eye.
SG, thank you. We knew it was in the right direction, but thank you for giving us the actual name. Appreciate it.
Yes. See, real Bay up in this piece right now. Let's go. The only thing
Vern Glenn.
Hey, you know, I think I've met Vern Glenn too at an A's game.
But of course, we can't talk about KRON Channel 4 and not mention the legend that is Mr. Gary Radnich, which of course, longtime staple hosting the midday show on KMPR 680.
We're not worthy.
The sports leader.
We are not worthy of that man talking sports. I tell you what. He needed to be on Sirius XM so he can cut loose. Because, you know, Dub, I love when he got on his rants. Oh, baby.
No, Gary Radnich,
sports leader.
Gary Radnich and Larry Krueger, when they both went on a tangent.
Oh,
when that happened,
talking about cooking it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now, if you thought Damon Bruce can go off on a tangent,
matter of fact, I think I called into Radnich. No, it wasn't Radnich. What did I call in that night? We were sitting in front of the house. Who did we call?
It was ESPN Radio and Jason Smith, who was working at ESPN Radio before he went to Fox. He was doing the all-night show.
Yeah, drop some knowledge on him. He didn't even know. When I hit that, he was like, oh. I'm like, yeah, brother. My bad. I didn't mean to come on your show and drop some knowledge like that, but I did.
Yeah, but right now, Larry Krueger and Damon Bruce are doing their own thing on X, a.k.a. Twitter.
Yeah. Love me some Damon Bruce.
Yeah, of course, Damon Bruce is a staple. Of course, even though we're trying, we definitely are trying. We trying to get there, but I mean,
trying to get a studio.
Well, I mean, could you imagine a studio with us and the Joffos? They wouldn't be ready. They would not be ready.
No.
Which, by the way, the latest episode of the All Pro Joffos is up on the Prenata Brothers YouTube channel, which yours truly and my co-host, we were on there today helping out JP as Country K and the greatest DJ in the world were handling their assignment. So we pinched hit and came in and helped JP on the show as we talked about the legacy.
All they got to do is make the call. That's all they got to do. We're there.
Which we talked about the legacy of Willie Mays and the touching interview that Reggie Jackson gave at Rickwood Field.
Hey, Fox definitely wasn't ready for that.
Oh, no.
I think we should have found a way to upload that too.
Well, Reggie was.
But you felt that though.
He was speaking from his heart.
There was no way you had to edit that out. I'm sorry. If you were he was basically saying words that are allowed on TV now. Nobody bleeps that out. You know, so like you said, spoke from the heart. And like I said on the chat, because I wish I was on when to comment on that, but I felt everything he said, even though it didn't happen to me. But yeah, that's pretty bad.
But hopefully we can learn to where history does not repeat itself. And unfortunately, there was some boxing that I totally forgot about that took place tonight. Or last, yeah, I did not know Top Rank was airing some boxing on ESPN, and I really want to slap myself for it. But
what? I didn't even get the update.
Neither did I.
Especially if ESPN did it, those sneaky sons of bitches.
Okay, so it looks like now this is according to Mike Coppinger. Top Rank won the rights to the Devin Haney Sandor Martin WBC Junior Welterweight title purse bid today, which looks to be about $2.4 million. Sources told ESPN. Remains to be seen if Haney will proceed with this fight or vacate his WBC title, which of course was not on the line when he fought Ryan Garcia, which of course, as we know, Ryan Garcia didn't make weight. Then of course we also find out that to quote our good friend Chris Vera, Ryan Garcia was cheating and lost his $1.1 million purse, and then ended up losing his license to fight in the New York State Athletic Commission for a year. Then abruptly says he's going to retire and then go in UFC. Really. And
I don't know if he's ready for that UFC.
No, he's not. He is not. That's right. You know what? Now I really want to slap myself because it was tonight because on previous shows I kept saying they were fighting at the Fountain Blue in Las Vegas, and that's where
you did announce that.
and that's where
on our last boxing show,
and that's where it took place. So, trying to look up the results here, folks. SG, no, we're trying to make this a rapid fire show because we were not planning to go 3 hours like we did the previous show. So
you're gonna get at least about 45 minutes out of us.
Yeah,
and then it's night time.
It's nap time for you boys. That's the rumor, cuz. Don't know if it's actually going to happen or not because, as you know, Dana White is not against bringing in somebody that's controversial. He don't care as long as Vince McMahon used to say, "Make me money." He'll make some money for Dana White.
That's why it was okay when Conor McGregor stepped into the square the ring with Floyd Mayweather because it was profitable.
That indeed it was profitable. Okay, so going back to what happened, let's go get the results. Thank you. Okay. So, right, that part. Okay. No, you. Damn it, Beavis.
No bueno.
Right. Oh well, I mean, we do have some boxing. Do have some boxing today. That's on DAZN in Birmingham, England, as Tyler Denny takes on Felix Cash. That's a middleweight fight, 12 rounds, and that's for a European title. All right, so
we got blasphemy in the chat. We got slander in the chat.
Oh, stop it! All right, so
just SG, just kidding. You know, if you've been a staple of and watching the show for a while, anything that comes up 49ers or anything in the AFC West division, I pretty much call it blasphemous and slander. So don't take it to the heart. It's just all jokes.
Now, what I will say is we do have Teofimo Lopez fighting next week, next Saturday to be exact, on ESPN.
Excuse me? I'm off next weekend too.
Teofimo Lopez will be defending his WBO junior welterweight title against Steve Claggett in Miami on ESPN. And then we also
maybe everybody might be out the house by the time that fight starts. If not, I'm still gonna turn it on.
All right. Then also on that same day, June the 29th.
I like you already, SG. You fit in this squared craziness.
So also on June 29th in Glendale, Arizona on DAZN, the WBC Junior Bantamweight title is on the line. Juan Francisco Estrada defending his title against Jesse Rodriguez. Of course, you can catch that on DAZN. And 2 fights on July 6th. One in Anaheim, California. Light heavyweights, Nate Diaz taking on Jorge Masvidal. That's a Famino pay-per-view. And then, of course, in Newark, New Jersey, the WBC lightweight title on the line as Shakur Stevenson taking on Artem. I am not going to try.
What? My boy Shakur Stevenson about to put in some work?
On ESPN on July 6th, yes. And then on July 3rd, actually, we got 2 events on July 13th. One in Las Vegas, one in Philadelphia. Of course, the one in Philadelphia on DAZN. Boots Ennis putting up his IBF welterweight title on the line against Cody Crawley. And names I'm not even going to pronounce, but here in Vegas on ESPN, the WBO.
You tell me you ain't going to go see Boots, brother? You not going to go see Boots?
No, Boots is in Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly. Okay, I thought you said I heard Vegas, yeah.
No, there's 2 fights on the 13th. One's in Vegas and one is in Philadelphia. But the fight that's in Vegas is for the WBO and the IBF middleweight titles, which you can catch that on ESPN. And then, of course, July 20th, Jake Paul is gonna, I guess, have a tune-up since Mike Tyson had an ulcer issue. He's gonna fight Mike Perry. That's a DAZN pay-per-view. And of course, to be determined on what network what network it's gonna be on. But on August the 3rd, in the City of Angels in Los Angeles, it will be Bud Terrence Crawford taking on Israel Madrimov in the junior middleweight court. Indeed, Omaha stand up. And then after that, it will be Jake Paul and Mike Tyson on Netflix in Arlington, Texas on November 15th. And the Las Vegas Aces got a big win against the Sun. The Aces have been the Sun's daddy or mama for the last few years, as they got a big win today against the Connecticut Sun. Of course, these two met last year in the WNBA Finals.
Oh, I think SG is trying to get my hairs to stick up. Because number one, he is the worst Spider-Man, if you ask me. I'm just going to say my order, and we're going to move along, and you can say how you feel about it in the comments. It goes, I can't think of his name right now.
Tom Holland?
Yes, thank you. It goes Holland, Garfield, and that's it. Okay. Back to sports.
Gotta love it. Which by the way, we are getting close to asshole and adamantium in July. That's all I can say. 'Cause what's trash? What's trash?
Probably Tobey Maguire is playing Spider-Man.
Well, like I said, as my brother would say, the only good thing about Tobey Maguire was his assholeness when he put on the black suit, and that was
about it. I could have not dealt with the dancing. The dancing was shitty, but yeah. Other than that. Oh, the list? Cool. That's your opinion. But Tobey Maguire was not a good Spider-Man to me. Hey.
Here's
hey.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Here's what I think. Zendaya, definitely a better Mary Jane than Kirsten Dunst.
100%.
Because I'm sorry, Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 was too much of a love story for me.
Thank you. Spider-Man is not Hallmark, people. Spider-Man is what you got out of Tom Holland and Garfield. He ain't, nah. Read your comics. Read your comics.
And not just that, folks.
Read your comics.
Spider-Man talks trash when he fights.
Exactly. Like Tom Holland did in the Avengers.
I'm not saying that she didn't play a good Mary Jane. I'm just saying Zendaya is better. That's all. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Man, okay.
I am not throwing Oakland royalty away. That's what I'm not gonna do.
Wow. I can see now. Oh, cuz your taste in movies it's baffling to me right now. Wow. See, like I said, I read the comics. I know what's more comic book accurate, and Tom Holland Spider-Man is a little bit more accurate than your little fanboy of Tobey Maguire's. Just saying.
Well, all I know is this. I'm really looking forward to the Penguin on Max.
Oh.
Yes. Setting up for the Batman Part 2, which is coming out in 2025. So
and you might see Batsy in maybe an episode. You might see Batsy.
You might see,
because guess what? The Penguin picks up right after the Batman movie.
Yes, it is, because
so it's just they're moving.
One Easter egg we are going to give you, if you didn't see the trailer. He does mention about Falcone is dead, which again, to piggyback what Mizzle just said, picks up from right after the Batman.
Well, if nobody on this line ain't seen the Batman, then sorry. I do like Stranger Things, The Walking Dead. That's my wife. She's a big Walking Dead. I watched like the first 4 episodes of season 1, and I was like, I just forgot about it.
It's like you can have. It's like some shows you can have all that, but we still need the Monroes. That's what we need. That's what we need.
You know what? We get a damn studio. We're gonna put cameras there. We just go. They won't even know. They won't even know. We'll just shoot it ourselves.
Like I said, FDK Productions is coming, folks. I'm trying to tell you.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to go copyright that shit in a minute. I gotta copyright a lot of stuff. I gotta copyright this. We should be starting to discuss about copyrighting some stuff and do what Mastiff did. Yeah. We need to really, especially if we 4 years in, we 200 plus episodes.
Both
Batman fan, 100%. DC one. I love Marvel. I love Marvel because Marvel tells damn good stories and they're very real comic book accurate. But damn it, I am a Bruce Wayne / Batman fan. Because Batman talks shit and I talk shit. And Batman kicks a lot of ass and talks a lot of shit. And he's rich.
And he's an asshole.
Well, it takes one to know one.
But it's the subtle way of how he talks his trash that just makes you wanna. It's like you want to smack him, but it's like if you try to, he's gonna figure out a way to just beat you anyway because he is the world's greatest. He's the world's greatest detective.
He has every single way to take down the Justice League.
Yes. And yes, some more. It's like, yes, I have a distinctive plan of how to take out the Justice League. Even myself, even has a plan to take himself. Who does that? Batman.
I'm gonna say you just answered your damn question yourself.
Who else?
Okay, you got us to nerd out for a little bit. Damn it. You know what? I'm gonna like SG because SG gonna make us go here, and we're gonna try to come back here, and then we're gonna go back here. You know, I like that. I like that. We definitely love interacting with our. I just don't like your guys' take on Spider-Man. That's Wow. Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
I get my own spot. Love interacting with our.
Sorry about that, folks.
But yeah, you guys tasting Spider-Man is just. I don't even watch them, even when they come on TV. I could have nothing to watch, and they'd be like, "Watch Lifetime or watch Tobey Maguire." I'm watching Lifetime. Fuck that shit.
He's like he'd rather watch women get beat up than to watch.
It's not. Lifetime is not always about that, sir.
Well, when I was watching Lifetime, that's all they freaking showed. For crying out loud.
It's not always Lifetime. It's just not. I mean,
but again, I do have to understand. You watch shows with your wife, so I understand that.
I'm just gonna bust myself out here. I was watching Lifetime before I even started dating anybody, bro.
Oh wow!
Lifetime is entertaining.
Oh Jesus! Oh wow! I just learned.
Yes, I do watch Lifetime. I was watching Lifetime way before.
I just learned something new about my brother. And I've known him for doggone 27 years, and that's something I did not know that. No,
I watched Lifetime.
No.
And you know what? If anybody else that watched Lifetime, I can tell you this: you can start a Lifetime show or a movie with the sun up, and you'll get so caught up because they give you the preview of the next thing. You're like, oh shit, that looks entertaining too. You could be on Lifetime all day. Especially if you ain't got nothing else to watch. Well, and it's a Saturday, you ain't going nowhere. You chilling at the house.
Mizzle in Lifetime is like me in Dallas and Jerry Ewing. So I get it.
You know how I feel. Oh, bruh. I couldn't get with the Ewings though, man. I couldn't. I tried. Just that wasn't even for. I just couldn't. Even when I was in Mississippi and we had the 3 or freaking 5 channels when I went out there when I was a kid, Dallas came in very clear. Nope. Nap time. I'm going to bed. Good night. They knew how to put Mizzle to bed. Throw on Dallas. Oh yeah, that boy going to bed. You throw Dallas on. Yep.
He went to sleep with Jerry Ewing.
I just couldn't get with the Ewings, man. I
couldn't. Hey.
I tried. I tried. Maybe because I didn't really see anybody in my family watch it.
True.
So at that time.
Well, I know for me that was a me and Granny thing. Now. Here comes the story, and my mom has told this many times, but
all right, and then we're going to be wrapping it up here pretty soon because we're getting to the threshold.
Yes, we are. So, my grandparents were at a church service, and I guess my grandmother, Granny did not want to go, and the church asked her, Sister Hopkins, come up and say a few words, and then from what my mom says, she goes to the point to where, well, I was trying to stay at home so I could watch that so I could see who shot JR. And the whole church started laughing. And I'm like, Mama, Granny did not say that. She's like, yes, she did. I'm like, my Granny. I'm like, yeah, that's your Granny.
We're going to hit 45 minutes here in a second. Here,
20 seconds. But don't forget, later on today, Game 1, again, Stadium Champs Muay Thai Championship in Bangkok, Thailand. Again, go to Flash Media Sports to watch that, to stream that live wherever you are streaming in your area. Also, again, today is Game 1 of the College World Series between the Texas A&M Aggies and the Tennessee Volunteers, best of 3. The Vols have been the number 1 team in the nation for most of the year. I got the Vols winning because they have just played tremendous, great college baseball, and their lineup is very deep. Although I think the Aggies will give them hell, but I got the Volunteers pulling out and winning their first College World Series ever. which would mean another College World Series for the SEC.
You said the Aggies are the Volunteers?
Texas A&M and Tennessee, yes.
Ooh. Oh, SG is pulling for the Aggies.
All right.
Right. You know what?
Normally I go for the underdog in the College World Series because I'm just a big fan of that. Like when Coastal Carolina won the College World Series a few years ago.
That was spectacular. They played damn good baseball though. That was just that each round they went in, they were playing good baseball. You just felt that good storyline with them.
I mean, heck, when Mississippi State won the College World Series, I mean they weren't favored.
When my I was, that's where the family's from. So anything out of the state of Mississippi, you got to pull for.
And of course, the underdog Bulldogs of Fresno State when they won their College World Series, that was a great story.
Boy, wasn't it?
So we have seen some things, but you can catch that on ESPN.
I might have to go with the underdog too, man. I might have to go with the Aggies.
Don't take the Aggies? Okay.
I'm gonna take the Aggies. And it's the best of 3, right?
Best of 3, yes.
Oh man, they need to up that. I mean, I know you ain't trying to push these young men farther than what they're doing that right now, but that makes it more entertaining though, because it could just be 2 games, we're done. Goodbye.
Yep. But I mean, I really would like for it to be a best of 5, but I totally get
it. See now that's where I was going. 5 games, I would like that. They don't have to go 7. No, nobody needs that.
So far in week 3 of the CFL, on Thursday, the Montreal Alouettes defeated the Ottawa Redblacks by a final score of 41-27. And then last night, Friday, the British Columbia Lions, the BC Lions, beat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers by a final score of 26-24. And the Blue Bombers, for the last few seasons, have been in the Grey Cup Championship. Off to an 0-3 start, which is very rare to see of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. But today at 4 p.m., we have Mizzle's beloved boatman, the Toronto Argonauts.
Yes, sir.
Champions from 2 years ago. They will be taking on the Edmonton Elks at home in Toronto. And that game you can catch on CBS Sports Network at 4 p.m. Pacific.
I do have that.
So do I. And on Sunday in Saskatchewan, also in Regina, Saskatchewan, also on CBS Sports Network, we have the Hamilton Tiger Cats at 0-2 taking on.
I like that name.
The Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Just Hamilton Tiger Cats. That it just goes.
Yes. And we have the Rough Riders in at 2-0. So that is your CFL lineup for today. Today in the Euro Cup, we had Ukraine and Slovakia. Ukraine won by a final score of 2-1. Austria with Arnold Schwarzenegger's from the his beloved Austrians defeated Poland 3-1, and the Dutch and the Frenchmen went 0-0. And today's matchups, we have Georgia taking on Czechia, Turkey and Portugal, and Romania and Belgium. And then on Sunday, we got Scotland and Hungary, and we got the Swiss taking on the Germans. So that is your Euro soccer information.
I might chime in on that. I do like to watch a little football.
All right, so we also got some World Cup qualifiers for 2026 coming up.
Here we go.
We got Brazil taking on Ecuador. We got Argentina, the defending champions, taking on Chile. Peru taking on Colombia. Uruguay against Paraguay. And Bolivia against Venezuela. Those dates are to be determined. That is later on down the road.
Hey, when is it coming to Santa Clara? Is it 2026?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be Canada, Mexico, and USA combining. I know the final is going to be held at MetLife Stadium, I believe. But yes, Levi Stadium will be one of the sites for the World Cup when it returns to the United States for the first time since 1994.
That might be a fuck ton of people, but I think I'm willing to put my claustrophobicness on the line just to go watch it again.
All right, now the actual dates for that. Okay, where? Okay, so Levi Stadium will host 6 World Cup matches in 2026. So you have 6 opportunities if you're in the Bay Area to go watch the World Cup.
I might put my claustrophobicness because that soccer is different.
Experiencing the World Cup is definitely different for sure.
Yeah, and I think I might want to. I mean, I need to find out how much. SG coming here with go Brazil and go Bolivia. Okay.
Well, I will say this.
I'm sorry, SG. We gotta start giving him his flowers for. Go ahead, Deb. I'm just gonna just.
I was just gonna say the one thing. I mean, I'm not much of a soccer watcher, but I will watch the World Cup. But
I am.
The
I'm
one
a soccer
thing,
fan.
the one thing I will say is the one thing I always look forward to when it's the World Cup is, damn it, British announcing. I live for that.
Yes. It should be all the way around. No matter where it's played, it should be the British announcers. Damn it!
I just like how I live for K and JP going back and forth on the All Pro Joffos.
I can't wait for football season.
British soccer announcing during the World Cup. Damn it! I live for that. It is great. Yes.
Football season need to hurry up.
Well, I mean, we're a month away from training camp, so we're getting closer to training camp.
I need that passion from them in my life right about now.
Well, I will say this: you will definitely get it when the Mizzle and Dub Show do our yearly NFL prediction show, which last year's show went
did it go 5 hours.
5+ hours, nearly 6, and that's where Debo gave us the acronym of Corey A. Smith in reference to my guy Corey Hammond. But nonetheless, we went 8 minutes past where we were supposed to go to. It is definitely nap time for you boys here, but we want to come on real quick and do a quick rapid fire session. As again, the Edmonton Oilers forced a Game 7. And those are some good names to be fans of in the game of soccer.
Woo! Sure. Hey, straight up.
Yes.
That's yeah.
But with that said, it is nap time for you boys. But again, don't forget, Game 1 College World Series, Texas A&M and Tennessee on ESPN. Of course, coming up on Monday for Lord Stanley's Cup. Somebody will take the Stanley Cup home. Game 7, Florida Panthers, Edmonton Oilers, on ABC. You got the whole stage to itself in the sports world. Game 7, Stanley Cup Finals. And before we go, real quickly, as always, got to do a quick baseball recap. Scores that went down in Major League Baseball today.
Do the baseball recap and make sure you tell everybody what's coming up this Sunday. I wish we should, should have made a clip about the A7 for Sunday. I need to start remembering that. But yeah, speak on that. Do the baseball, do A7. We'll wrap it up right after that.
All right, scores from around the diamond in the big leagues. Diamondbacks beat the Phillies in a rematch of last year's NLCS 5-4 in Philadelphia. The A's, Shane Langoliers, 3 RBIs, led the A's to a 6-5 win over the Minnesota Twins. Cubs thrashed at home by the Mets. Mets put up 11 on the Cubs in the friendly confines. Wrigley Field, 11 won the final. Ooses Rays over the Pirates in Pittsburgh, 10-3. Tigers and White Sox in the Motor City. White Sox lose to the Tigers 2-1. The White Sox are 20-57 on the season. Yikes. The Braves go into the Bronx and smack the Yankees 8-1 in the Bronx. Reds beat the Red Sox 5-2, rematch in the 1975 World Series. Guardians beat the Blue Jays 7-1. In 10, the Marlins beat the Mariners 3-2. Rangers beat the Royals in Arlington 6-2. There was absolutely no pitching in Houston, Texas, as the Houston Astros beat the Baltimore Orioles by a final score of 14-11. Like I said, there was no pitching deep in the heart of Houston, Texas. Nationals.
Wait, you said 14-11?
14-11 was the final score between the Astros and the Orioles. Nationals beat the Rockies 11-5. The San Diego Fathers beat the Brewers 9-5 in San Diego. And thank you, Angels of Anaheim. They beat the team in blue in 10 innings, 3-2. Despite Ohtani going deep against the Angels. But also, coming up Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, the semifinal. It's the Final Four in the East, as the Trenton Brothers in Christ will take on the Silksy Animals. That's actually the 4 p.m. 1 Pacific game, but the game of the much anticipated matchup at 10 a.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 Eastern, the Tampa Nightcrawlers taking on the Patterson U. And if you like ace NFL quarterback play, it gets no better than Mark Bagway against Huff. It's going. Hopefully, it will live up to the hype.
Bro, I can't wait to see Fritz, bro.
And then the nightcap in Vegas, it will be the over-the-top taking on Sickwitted. Sickwitted coming off 3 weeks of rest. Winner takes on the Insomniacs in the Western Conference Championship, which will take place on July the 7th. So, and of course, on Sunday, Mizzle and I will do a Ace NFL recap show. So,
and it won't. We won't do it on. It won't be part of the. We won't put it on our. Well, will we put it on our Facebook page? Or are we gonna? Do you want to just put it out on all platforms?
That's a good question. Well, we'll talk.
Because I know we only do it on the other side of the ball, and we do it for our YouTube show.
I mean, we could. But nevertheless, thank you guys for hanging out with us on this, almost an hour edition of the Mizzle and Dub Show, episode 217.
That's still good. I'm going to bed on the right time, so we're slightly good still. Yeah, so we are going to take naps now, and because we still got the 9 to 5, but it is my Friday. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. You,
but I love you too. Anyhow, appreciate you guys for watching. Hang out with us. Get those likes and subscriptions up. Also on the Prenetta Brothers podcast, get those subscriptions up. Of course, the Ring Psychology podcast, we will talk about it very soon. And
Live with 2-5, brother.
Live with 2-5 coming up real soon.
Every
single platform, go support that. And go support the super dope beat maker that made this beat. My nephew, his son. Go support him. Also, don't forget the 3-on-1 with Matt, Rob, and Corey. Other side of the ball, Wednesdays at 5:30. Yeah, that's all we got. But anyhow, thank you for watching the Mizzle and Dub Show, episode 217. And as always, it's 12:05 o'clock, some damn where. And you have been watching the Mizzle and Dub Show. And that deserves a yeet!
Oh, and more yeet on top of yeet and more type of yeet. Hey, SG, thank you for chiming in with us, man. We do really appreciate it. But it's time to ride out. Super dope beat maker. All right, bro. Yeet.
Oh!